Lasat kundalam gokule brajamanam Yashoda biyolukaladavamanam Paramrishtam adyantato drutya gopya Yashoda Paramrishtam adyantato drutya gopya Rudantam muhunetra yugmam vrijantam Karam boja yugmena satankanetram Muhuntu muhunetra yugmam vrijantam Karam boja yugmena satankanetram Muhu swasakam patrirekam kakanta Sitangraivam damodaram bhakti-badham Muhu swasakam patrirekam kakanta Sitangraivam damodaram bhakti-badham Iti driksva lila bir ananta kunde Svagoshami madjantam akyapayantam Iti driksva lila bir ananta kunde Svagoshami madjantam akyapayantam Tadiyeshika gesho bhaktajitatvam Puna prematastam shatta bhritivandhe Tadiyeshika gesho bhaktajitatvam Prematastam shatta bhritivandhe Padam deva moksham nam moksham vadimvam Nachanyam vrineham varishatapiha Padam deva moksham nam moksham vadimvam Nachanyam vrineham varishatapiha Idam te vapunata gopalabalam Sadame manasya virastam kimanyai Idam te vapunata gopalabalam Sadame manasya virastam kimanyai Idam te mukam mojam adyantanilai Vritam kuntalai snigdha raktaischa gopya Idam te mukam mojam adyantanilai Vritam kuntalai snigdha raktaischa gopya Muhuh chumbitam bimba rakta darame Manasya virastam alam lakshalabhai Muhuh chumbitam bimba rakta darame Manasya virastam alam lakshalabhai Namo Deva Dharma Tanta Vishnu Prasida Prabhu Dukkha Jalabdi Magnam Namaste Prasida Prabhu Dukkha Jalabdi Magnam Kripa Drishti Vrishtyati Dinam Mam agyam edyakshidrishya Adrishti vrishyati dinam bhatanu Vihanesha mam agyam edyakshidrishya Uviratma jaubhakha mutyai vayadvat Tvaya mochitau bhakti bhajau kritvau cha Uveratau bhakha mutyai vayadma Tvaya mochitau bhakti bhajau kritvau cha Tata prema bhaktim svakam me prayacham Namokshe graho misti damodareha Tata prema bhaktim svakam me prayacham Namokshe graho misti damodareha Namaste stu dhamme spudadipti dhamme Vadiyodharayatha vishvasya dhamme Namaste sudhamme pradipti dhamme Vadiyodharayatha vishvasya dhamme Namo radhikayai tvadiya priyayai Namananta Lilaya Devaya Puja Namananta Lilaya Priyaya Namananta Lilaya Devaya Puja Hare Krišna Hare Krišna Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jayo Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Shri Radhe Radha Damodara Radha, Damodara Shri Radhe, Jayo Radha, Damodara Radha, Damodara Radha, Damodara Shri Radhe. Shri Radha Damodara ki jai. Yashodanandana Chajana Ranjana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunjabiyari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunjabiyari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunjabiyari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunjabiyari Jaya Rama Rama Jaya Kunjabiyari Jaya Rama Rama Jaya Kunjabiyari Jaya Rama Rama Jai Om Vishnu Paraparamamsa Parivrakachaja Astuttara Sutta. Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Das Thakur Ki Jai. Prem se koho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaur Bhaktarinda Ki Jai. Gaur Preminando. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Do we have an English Gita? So today we can read from Srimad Bhagavad-gita, this is 6th chapter, text 29. I suspect I just read the shloka, there's not so much time. 6.29. Sarvabhutashtamatmanam sarvabhutani chatmani ikshate yoga yukt atma sarvatra sammadarshanaha. Sarvabhutashtam, situated in all beings. Atmanam, the super soul. Sarva, all. Bhutani, entities. Cha, also. Atmani, in the self. Ikshate, does sie. Yoga Yukta Atma, one who is devoted in Krishna consciousness. Sarvatra, everywhere. Samadarshanaha, seeing equally. Translation: a true yogi observes me in all beings and also sees every being in me. Indeed, the self-realized person sees me, the same Supreme Lord, everywhere. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. A Krishna-conscious yogi is the perfect seer because he sees Krishna, the Supreme, situated in everyone's heart as the Super-Soul, Paramatma. Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hridesha Arjuna Tishtati. The Lord in his Paramatma feature is situated within both the heart of the dog and that of a Brahmana. The perfect yogi knows that the Lord is eternally transcendental and is not materially affected by his presence in either a dog or a Brahmana. That is the supreme neutrality of the Lord. The individual soul is also situated in the individual heart, but he is not present in all hearts. That is the distinction between the individual soul and the super soul. One who is not factually in practice of yoga cannot see so clearly. A Krishna-conscious person can see Krishna in the heart of both, the believer and the non-believer. In the Smriti, this is confirmed as follows. Atatvacha matritvacha cham atma hi paramo hari. The Lord, being the source of all beings, is like the mother and the maintainer. As the mother is neutral to all different kinds of children, the Supreme Father or Mother is also. Consequently, the Super Soul is always in every living being. Outwardly also, every living being is situated in the energy of the Lord. As will be explained in the 7th chapter, the Lord has primarily two energies, the spiritual or superior and the material or inferior. The living entity, also part of the superior energy, is conditioned by the inferior energy And the living entity is always in the Lord's energy. Every living entity is situated in Him in one way or another. The yogi sees equally because he sees that all living entities, also in different situations, according to result of fruitive work, in all circumstances remain the servants of God. While in the material energy, the living entity serves the material senses, and while in the spiritual energy, he serves the Supreme Lord directly. In either case, the living entity is the servant of God. This vision of equality is perfect in a person in Krishna consciousness. Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devam Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashkatya Dasatarane. A true yogi observes me in all beings and sees every being in me. Indeed, the self-realized person sees me, the same Supreme Lord, everywhere. So this is, of course, a often quoted shloka by Srila Prabhupada, which describe the real nature of the samadarshana, or equal vision. Very sensitive shloka. It can be very often misused and misunderstood. Even Srila Prabhupada was occasionally attacked and criticized. Why are you preaching here discriminating? Why don't you have the samadarshana vision? You cannot be a saintly person. It's all the same. There's a little thing missing. It's all the same in Krishna. But if you don't see Krishna, it's not all the same. And therefore we follow the Achinta Bheda Bheda Tattva philosophy, which says it's simultaneously same and not same. Very confusing from a material point of view. Like I say, you are man, but simultaneously woman. And you go like, what do you mean? Who is me? Really? No, actually, in Krishna consciousness, there you find the real neutrality. Whoever says in a material world, I'm neutral, is a cheater. You know. You can find it out very easily. You tell him, no, I don't think you are neutral. And he goes, shut up, I am neutral. Well, if you are neutral, then why don't you accept me as I am, and I will accept you as you are, and we are neutral. But you are already criticizing me that I am not agreeing that you are neutral. Oh, we have a problem here. How does that work? So it's a big, big problem with this. So here is described, of course, the ultimate vision of a Paramahamsa. This is a top devotee. Uttama Adhikari, who actually, in the ultimate sense, doesn't even preach. Why? Well, why? Everybody is already engaged in Krishna service, either positively or negatively. Nobody can escape. It's funny, you know, how many times on Sankirtan I distributed the books. A man says, you know, I am free. I don't have to surrender to anybody. I am free. And then the wife comes out of the shopping center and goes, shut up, we are going now. I was going, bye-bye. Where's the freedom? The wife terminated his freedom in 1 minute. Or people go, I'm a free man, I walk freely, and the dog pulls him in another direction, you know. Hey, well, you know, we have no problem with this, because we know you will serve one way or another. And if you don't think you have to serve anybody, well, at least you will serve your senses, your mind, and above all, your false ego. The false ego will tell you, you are God. And you will serve that false ego, assuming this kind of stupid, really illusory idea. So we don't have a problem with that, because we know Krishna is always in charge. What do you want? I want to revolt against Krishna. Krishna will give you a perfect intelligence how to do this. He will make you so stupid that it's unbelievable, that you feel you are genius. You notice sometimes these very, very smart people, from Krishna conscious point of view, they are so stupid. But actually, they are so convinced. And there's conviction that comes also from Krishna. Krishna asks, what do you want? I want this. So he is so kind. He's really knowledgeable. He goes, okay, I will give you the intelligence, I will give you the enthusiasm, I will give you the strength to do this. But my personal opinion is, it's stupid, don't do that. But if it's what you want, what can you do? Srila Prabhupada demonstrated this vision by seeing even some of his disciples leaving. And he was preaching, trying to prevent that. No, there's a free will. You can go anytime. Anybody can walk out of the door here. So Prabhupada was going, if Krishna cannot stop you, what can I do? So, so even the revolutionary spirit and the conditioned soul to revolt against God, that comes also from God. There's, like in other religions, they have a big problem with this. Like Christians, that God is love. Where is the hatred coming from? God is good. Where is the evilness coming from? And evilness is, we can see in a society, very powerful. So they go, this is from Satan. Yeah, but where is Satan coming from? And how can it be that Satan is stronger as God? And God cannot be God, because God is the ultimate authority. Now we have something so evil and so satanic, it's obviously stronger as God. They have no answer for this. They are completely like, they never thought that far even. But in Krishna consciousness, we have no problem. Krishna can be perfectly satanic, perfectly evil. One devotee had a big problem. He read somewhere in a Shastra that Krishna was envious on his enemies. You can, Prabhupada, how can Krishna be envious on anybody? He's God. Prabhupada said, no. Krishna is perfectly envious. When the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam came out, I remember, devotees were shocked. There is a picture of Lord Nishingadev. They said, who is this? Until then, everybody worshipped Govinda with playing flute, the sweet cowherd boy from Vrindavan. And suddenly, this. So much blood, And they said, what is he doing? Prabhupada said, he's killing the father of his devotee. And what is the devotee doing? He's worshipping the killer of his father. I mean, that puts really mundane concept of morality upside down, Impossible to understand. If you don't understand, Krishna he's a little bit angry. I mean, we also have different features, isn't it? I'm sitting here smiling. When I wake up tomorrow morning, I look a little bit differently. And maybe during the day I look again a little bit differently. I don't want to go too much in graphic details, but people look different in different situations, But it's the same person. So Krishna also has a different features. It's just our different shape manifests under the dictate of material energy. His shapes manifest because he wants to. He's God. So he will not come and beat you with his flute on the head. That doesn't fit. That's not the rasa. That's not the relationship. He will come as Lord Nishingadev. Then you can really see God in his perfect form as angry. Perfectly angry. So once you understand that, then suddenly the confusion disappears. One walks through the world and sees, Krishna manifests as stupidity, Krishna manifests as ugliness, People just watch his nature, movies, about animals and nature and all this. And they are amazed. Like, I give an example of the ocean, There's really very elegant, beautiful fishes, like dolphin. You know, they are very smooth and they jump and they get very playful. You know, just still a fish. But it's, you know. And then when you dive down there, the more down you get, the more ugly it gets. They found a fish in 3,000 meters down there. Total darkness, immense pressure. There's still fish living there. But he looks so ugly. It's unbelievable how ugly he is. It's just brick eye, you know. Yeah. So Krishna can make perfect ugliness, perfect beauty, whatever. It's all coming from Krishna. That's the basic philosophy we have. Everything. Prabhupada went once in Brahmacharya ashram and there was an old cupboard which served like a cupboard for devotees. And Prabhupada opened this old cupboard. This is pure spirit. Now it's all engaged in Krishna service. This is a spiritual cupboard. And devotees were like, whoa. They never saw the cupboard like this. Can you imagine when we really would be Krishna conscious? How amazing the world would be around us and how we will also relate to each other. Like we like Krishna, we are standing here, Govindam, Adipurusham. Then we look at the devotee and we think, where's this idiot coming from? Come on. It's Krishna's part. It's like you say, Krishna, I love you, but the devotee is no, I don't like the devotee. When you love Krishna, you like everything about him. So when you really love Krishna, then you love his parts too. However, even that love is expressed according to the ability of the other living entity to accept or perceive that love. Therefore, in the initial stage and medium stage of Krishna consciousness, we don't copy this philosophy. We don't imitate, we follow. So that's where things get a little bit intricate. So first we learn in Krishna consciousness to discriminate, polarize. Krishna was not standing on a battlefield of Kurukshetra telling Arjuna, you know what? It's all one and the same. Samadarshana. Let's go home. What's the use of fighting? That was more Arjuna's vision. And Krishna said, no. By my will and by that accumulated reaction for their deeds, all these people have to die. And Arjuna was horrified. The lectures of Srila Prabhupada on the first chapter of Bhagavad-gita, they are very psychoanalytical. They are very detailed and amazing. Arjuna, what he had to go through, you know. He said, but we are one family. We are coming from the same gotra, from the same family. These are my friends. These are my teachers. People I love and respect. And Prabhupada describes what Arjuna really was shocked. It's not because they were standing there on a battlefield. They were all soldiers, professionals. That's the duty of a soldier. But the eagerness they exhibited to kill him. They were all getting ready. Now we will finish you off. It was shocking to him. You know, he said, but come on, we know each other, we grew up together. Now we will kill you now. So, and Krishna was just smiling. He said, you see, it's not all one. It's not the same. But simultaneously it is, because it's all under my direction. This is the proper understanding. If we forget that, to be Mayavadi, it's all the same, Maya. And Paramahamsa, it's very close sometimes. It sounds even similar. We say, yes, it's all one, Krishna's energy. And they say, yeah, it's all one, anyway. No. And they go, how can you discriminate if it's all one? Because Krishna says, it's all not one, and simultaneously it is one. Depends on the angle of the point of view. So this is a very, very essential point. One morning walk, one of the new devotees, he walked with Prabhupada and he said, Prabhupada, look at this world around us. It's all Maya. It's all illusion. It's like a dream, you know. Prabhupada got furious. He looked at him and said, "You rascal, how can you say this?" And everybody was shocked. But Prabhupada, you said this all Maya here. Prabhupada said, I actually didn't say that. I said, our attempt to enjoy it forever and thinking that this is permanent and forever existing, that's the Maya. Otherwise, it's Krishna's creation. It's amazing. It's fantastic. It's unbelievable. Anything around us is achintya. Means we cannot actually understand. We are right now sitting here, you know, our hair is growing and we are digesting and we are thinking and feeling, hopefully. Or some people sleeping and snoring, it doesn't matter. It's the same, you know. We don't know how that works. Didn't you ever notice? You can never figure out how you fall asleep. Why? Well, because you fall asleep. Try to understand. Now I am falling asleep. No, impossible. You think, you feel, you look around, and then boop, you are out. How does this happen? Obviously, we don't have really control. Some people, they fall asleep even standing. I saw it. Unbelievable. You know. So Prabhupada didn't like that. You hear it in his lecture. Get up. You know, stand up. You know, that's an effective way to prevent to fall asleep. But I had experienced some devotees just they fall asleep even when they are standing. Just boom. You know, yeah. So we never figure out where the switch is. You know, 1 minute we are here, the next minute, gone. This is all Krishna's energy. It's amazing. Sometimes Krishna says, from me come everything. Remembrance, forgetfulness, this is all coming from me. Sometimes we think, where's my bead bag? I'm looking, I don't see, where's my bead bag? Then Krishna tells you from inside, it's hanging around your neck. And you go, oh, here's my bead bag. It can be. I mean, you know, sometimes you can only laugh how stupid one can be. You know, it's just, you can laugh at yourself and think, my God, you know. Sometimes a child gets more brain like a grown-up people, you know, yeah. And so Krishna can do anything with us. We are totally in a servitor position. His energies are so powerful, he can do anything. But he is very neutral, very gentle. What do you want? He is Anumanta and Upadrashta, observing and giving permission. That's the function of the Super Soul. So Krishna is watching. What do you want? I want to serve you. Really? Krishna is not so cheap. Some people think really. They become a really good Hindu. Sorry, but they have to become a really good Hindu to take Krishna so cheap. They go, Hare Krishna! I'm pure devotee. Hare Rama! It would be nice if it works like this. No, it's a process of purification. Yeah. So some devotees, they assume spiritual identity by mental progress. They assign themselves mentally to a certain status. You see, I'm a devotee, I have a tilak. That's a proof. Anybody can paint this. I'm devotee, I have no hair. Well, there are so many bald-headed people in this world, they are not devotees, you know. Look, I have a devotee. Come on, it's just a piece of cloth. My first devotee in Krishna consciousness was a curtain, orange curtain. It was very good quality curtain. Nobody was in India yet. Nobody knew how to. Devotees were walking in bed sheets and anything. So did this alone make them to be less devotees? This is all external. And this is a very dangerous thing, especially when we get Prabhupada's books in our hand. Then we read, the 6 Goswamis of yeah, very nice. Very nice. The 7th Goswami was considered Bhakti Vinod. And the 8th Goswami, well, that's me, Big mistake. Let's see. Let's see. So we have to show Krishna we are devotees. Not just by our words, by our action. Because the action is a result of our desires. This is thinking, feeling, and desiring. 3 levels of consciousness. Oh, what do we really want? We don't even know it. The desire is a storage, heart is a storage of desires, even from previous lifetimes. It's really loaded. And as we chant Hare Krishna, it slowly comes up. It's a purification process. Prabhupada compared it to the way to make ghee. You just boil on a low flame the butter. And what happens? It melts. And foam comes up. It was not visible in the butter before. But whoop, and then you scoop it away, and more heat. More foam, more heat, and at the end, it's pure ghee. That's how Krishna consciousness works. So sometimes devotees get confused, I said, they think, my God, before I was chanting, I was so peaceful. I was sleeping the whole day. I wake up, I was going, it's cool here, okay. Now I'm chanting. I feel some agitation. You told me chant Hare Krishna and be happy. You know what happened? I chant, I'm becoming more and more unhappy. What happened? I'm becoming more conscious about my desires. Look what came up. Poop. One devotee, he came running to Prabhupada like this. He said, Prabhupada, I was just thinking how to slap you in the face. The mind, it's horrifying. Prabhupada just smiled and he said, it's okay, just the mind. And the devotee is going, it's just the mind. So the desire, they pop like bubbles and they echo in our mind. Boop. You want it, you think about it. And then there must be some censorship going on. And that censorship is intelligence. The intelligence said, good. You want it, you're thinking about this. Isn't it stupid? Just forget it. And you know what? You can forget it. Don't do it. The intelligence says, do you really want to do it? And the real intelligence says, no, actually I don't want to do it, but I'm thinking about it. So Prabhupada said Krishna consciousness is only for intelligent people. Because the intelligence goes, and some people say, but I don't have an intelligence. No problem, you can get it. This is an intelligent distributing movement. The problem is that many people are scared of having intelligence. They rather voluntarily stupidify themselves because it makes them not responsible. I don't know, I just do what they told me and, this is their problem. That's how dictatorship and all these totalitarian regimes, they come about like this. People flock together and they go, hail, 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 hail. And then at the end everything is destroyed and it was all him. It was all him. I was just a simple soldier. It was him. The bad Hitler. No, it was everybody. You know that Hitler was democratically elected politician? Nah, yeah, he was. So they are all responsible, all of it. But people don't like this. They like to be like sheeps. Sheep just go, bah. Where's the last sheep? Okay, let's go, bah. 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 They have a sheep parties, The chief sheep. And politicians know that. The whole science is how do you turn people into sheeps? It's easy. They want that. Because then they say, I was all him. I was just a sheep. I was standing here. No. This is not Krishna consciousness. Some people join Krishna consciousness because of that. Now I surrender completely. He is my body. He is my brain. Everything surrendered. I have no more brain, I just surrender. That's not what Prabhupada wanted. Prabhupada wanted us to wake up and use our brain, not to get rid of it. He wants to understand. How many times when you listen to Prabhupada lecture, he says, do you understand? Do you understand? In one lecture he starts even like this. He goes, ladies and gentlemen, I beg you, please utilize your brain. Not all preachers say that. Most religions are famous for creating brainless people. You believe it. If you don't believe it, get out. Believe? What believe? Why shall I believe it? Don't even ask. Believe it. You don't believe it? Get out. That's called dogmatic. Krishna consciousness is not at all like this. Prabhupada wants us to be following consciously, with full responsible action. I want it, I decided to do it, and I'm responsible for it. We find even in ISKCON terms, I get a little bit controversial now, there's so much discussion about the leaders, but nobody speaks about the followers. Hey, what about the followers? What to speak of a democratic society where the followers are electing a leader? So they always speak about the quality of the politician, the leader. What about the quality of the voter? Prabhupada gave a very simple example. If you collect animals and make them vote, who will they vote? The biggest animal. They think, oh my God, he ate it all up here. That's a real leader. He's the biggest animal. That was Prabhupada's political analysis always. That's where it stopped. He was not going further beyond that. He said, it's all animals. Selected. Small animals elect big animal. Finished. That's called democracy. He called it also demon crazy sometimes. But anyway, Prabhupada played with words. So we should not copy this. In Krishna consciousness, we are responsible. We are responsible to gain control over our desires. And that will come up. It will come up. There will be temptations. I mean, come on, You join like Bhakta. Hare Krišna, Hare Krišna. Go in a kitchen, peel potato. Okay. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Can you imagine the destiny of my God brothers? I heard it from them personally. They said, look, I joined this movement, half intoxicated, dull-headed, LSD-damaged hippie. It was not difficult to become brahmachari because I really knew ladies are trouble. So I became brahmachari. It didn't took 3-4 years. I became sannyasi. It didn't took 3-4 years. I became guru. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that load of responsibility? Can you imagine when thousands and thousands of devotees come to you and say, you are one of the 11 ones. Prabhupada put it on a paper. It was preached those days that Prabhupada divided himself into 11. Can you imagine? I was part of one of the first Guru Puja of the new Guru. I was there. My God, brother. And fortunately, at that moment I was thinking, so nice, I was not on the list. I was just in the street distributing books. You know what happened? That devotee that my God brother, he was sitting on a Vyasasana like this. It was a confusion. Nobody even knew, how shall we now worship the new gurus, But the pain and the trauma of Srila Prabhupada leaving, was projected into these 11 personalities. You could safely say they were created by the public. They didn't put their names, there's all nonsense, all these theories that they were plotting and they put themselves on a paper and just to, have all nonsense. I saw it. I can give you names. Some of them, they ran away. They had to look for them. Hey, you are on a list here. Come on, you will be the new guru. Are you crazy? And that happened in front of me. My godbrother is sitting. First of all, they built a big Vyasasana for him. He didn't like it. I remember him kneeling down. It was Prabhupada Vyasasana and his Vyasasana next to each other. And he was measuring if his Vyasasana is lower as Prabhupada. He was really measuring it. But still, it was a big Vyasasana. It was like, you are now the Prabhupada for us. So the Guru Puja started. It was still mixed up. There was godbrothers and there was his first disciples already. Now this was completely confused because some of his disciples got the first initiation from Prabhupada and the second from him. So whose disciples are they now? It's just like quite confused. Nobody really knew how to handle this. And I remember him sitting on a Vyasasana, he was playing cards, and he was like, and in front of our eyes, he was completely collapsing. So in the middle of the Guru Puja, he exploded. He just threw the cards away, and he ran away. He said, you are all mad! I'm not Prabhupada! You are crazy! And then he ran up the stairs and locked himself in a room. We were all sitting there, Shri Guru Charana Padma, what are we going to do now? Yeah, but the rest I will not tell. I'm a little bit part of the ISKCON history. But this was the situations we were facing. What shall we do now? And Prabhupada predicted that when such a big acharya is leaving, usually chaos comes into the picture because, all kinds of elements take advantage, and this will happen. This is always happening. So, when Mr. Tito died in Yugoslavia, what was the result? They immediately pulled the Kalashnikovs out and going, okay, Tito is not here, the whole thing fell apart. So, in ISKCON we have something wonderful. We have Srila Prabhupada's books, and we have a very clear instruction from him what to do. Not to be discussed. I'm sometimes even amazed how devotees discuss what to do. I have no problem what to do. My problem is how to do it. That was the discussions we had in Prabhupada's presence. Nobody would dare to discuss what to do. Prabhupada already said what to do. But the discussion which Prabhupada welcomed, he said, you should come, it's called Ishtagosti. You come together and you discuss how to do it. There may be different opinions, there may be different approaches, according to time, place, circumstances. Why not? Krishna consciousness is individual. It takes also actually quite individual shape according to even in individual countries. I don't want to give you now rundown how Krishna consciousness expresses itself in different countries, but it's fun to watch this. When you travel around, there are different devotees. When I sit in Mayapur and see different devotees from different nations arriving, I don't have to even ask where they come from. I know where they come from. The American devotees, they come in like, we are in charge. American? We are in charge. That's the American thing. I'm American, I'm speaking, shut up. If you don't shut up, well, shut up. They are very democratic. Americans are so democratic, always in the gunpoint. We are protecting democracy. Shut up. This is the American thing. So, anyway. And then comes the German devotees. Always complaining. The airplane was too late. And look, India, it's so messy here. And where's the organization? It's so badly organized. This is German organization. And then comes the Italian devotees. And they go, Haribol, Garanga, Mayapur ki jai. And then they get inspired. You know why? They find out. They also have a pizzeria here. Pizza, pasta, Haribol. That's Italian. So, come Swedish devotees, if they still exist, I don't know. So they come and they don't say anything. You will not even notice they came. It's just horrible. They come Chinese devotees nowadays. Unbelievable. And they go, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. And they always look where's the other Chinese. Because they line up behind the other Chinese. They used to always follow the other Chinese. They go, Chinese parikrama. And then they go, like ants, they're always like going like behind each other. And then come the Russian devotees, they never come alone. You see one Russian, there's 100 coming, and they are like, Hare Krishna, and the Matajis are extremely colorful. They look like advertisement boards, they are very colorful and they are just, I never saw anything like this. I go, wow, that's Russian, They go like, it's like ballet, it's like, wow. And the Russian brahmacharis and devotees, they just look like straight, they came from military. They're just, Hare Krishna. Somebody to shoot here? No shooting, chanting. Okay, good. Hare Krishna. They are all military. And I was in Russia, I tell you, I hardly met a devotee who didn't have a military background. My father was in the Navy. My grandfather was a captain in the Navy, military Navy, They are all like, I asked them, you also have some weapons at home? They're going, come on, look out of the window, there's a forest. There's bears everywhere here. The devotee opened a cupboard, there was 3 guns, like big ones, in a special cupboard. I was going, oh, yeah, that's nice. That's Russian preaching, Where's the bear? Boom. It's heavy people, I mean, wow. It's everywhere like this. And then in different nations, why not? Why not? We are individual persons. So we will also express ourselves individually. If Krishna is the center, no problem. And Krishna is neutral. He goes, oh, this is interesting. Here comes the Russian Matajis dancing. Oh, well, Krishna goes, why not? Yeah, sure. So it's like there's a space for everybody, provided the basic instruction of the founder Acharya is not violated, and provided we have Krishna as a center, service to him. And Krishna has a mission. Krishna has desire. To sacrifice our desire for Krishna's desire, that's the ultimate sacrifice. Prabhupada said, if you start, I think, I believe, I feel, Prabhupada said, you can stop. Useless. Because what you think, what you feel, and what you want will change. Guarantee it will change. And we see it. It's changing. You ask a devotee, but yesterday you wanted this. How is it possible now you want that? Well, I grew out of it. I can give you Maya talking, how Maya is talking. She always sounds the same. I grew out of it, I am not anymore this rigid, this following this. But I still follow principles. No be on Ekadashi. This is, I'm following. I just changed the principle a little bit. I'm happy now. I'm happy. I don't follow some authority and all this and people telling me what to do. Well, this is just another version of this I'm God idea, It's nothing. Yeah, it's just another version of the same idea. I'm God, I'm independent, I'm self-sufficient. And they are so poor, these people, that they cannot even develop anything on their own. They copy Krishna. They stole Krishna's copyright. It's really poor, you know. Prabhupada said, no, if you want to start your own movement, he even said it. You have my blessing. Do it. Start your own movement, but you have to have your own philosophy. Don't mix Krishna into this. Okay? You write your own book, you write your own philosophy, you collect your own followers. It's possible. People do that. Do it. But these poor fellows cannot even do that. They have to use Bhagavad-gita, you know, and change it, or just try to twist it around. It's pathetic. If you really want to be independent from Krishna, then go ahead. Try it. Prabhupada said, let's see the result. He was open-minded. And the result, well, we saw enough of this result. It's always the same result. Some big announcement. This is the new movement. And then after a few weeks, where's the new movement? Where is this? Where's all this? And you don't hear one thing about it. Then where are they? It's always the same thing. So you grow a little bit, tolerant, a little bit negligent to this kind of ideas, because the only thing which remains is that what has substance. And substance we find in Krishna, in his pure devotee, we find in the Guru Parampara. That's where we find the substance. Everything else will be watered out, and watered out means it will float out and evaporate. So this is the ultimate idea of neutrality. To worship the supreme neutral one, Krishna. Prabhupada said, I quote scriptures all the time. That makes me neutral. It's not my opinion. I'm neutral. Because I quote scriptures all the time. It's an interesting definition of neutrality. And the scriptures, they don't give such a neutral, view. Krishna is using very heavy words in Bhagavad-gita. The lowest of mankind, Muddha, Naradama, going to the lowest regions of universe. Why? If everything is okay and neutral, then why this? Yes, it's neutral because Krishna goes, you go to hell, you go to heaven, you go back home, back to me. According as they surrender unto me, I reveal myself to them. That's neutrality. We cannot say that. We are too conditioned for that. So we cannot be actually neutral unless we are not completely Krishna conscious. Until then, we have to discriminate. We have to learn what the difference between right and wrong is. We have to learn this. That's the first stage of Krishna consciousness. There's some comments or questions to it. It's quite an intricate issue when you go in detail, because people get like, so are you neutral or not? Yes, I am neutral because I quote Krishna all the time, the supreme neutral. That makes me neutral. Yeah, but it doesn't sound very neutral. That's your opinion. Because you are not neutral, so you see it like this. Let's join Krishna consciousness, become really neutral. By worshipping the supreme neutral one. As they surrender unto me, I reveal myself to them.